I wanted to ask you about the Pakistan influence that's going to be the case this year in the BBL, and the big name and the big news with Babar Azam to play for the Sixers. So you being a Thunder player, the rivalry will be very strong between obviously the Thunder and the Sixers, but to have someone of his calibre playing in the BBL, I'm interested in your thoughts on that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's been such a world-class performer for such a long time. So any competition with a player like Babar Azam in it obviously benefits not only the Sixers, as you said, but the competition as a whole. And look, I played a lot against him, and would much rather him on my side as opposed to against. But looking forward to those Sydney derbies again, and hopefully he doesn't get too many runs against us. But I've played a lot of PSL cricket. The talent that they have in terms of the talent pool is off the charts. And like you said, the Pakistan influence, if there are a few more guys coming over as well, that's only a good thing for the tournament. And he is King Babar, as they call him. So really looking forward to seeing him in the Big Bash.
So Shaheen Afridi, Mohammad Rizwan, Babar Azam, I mean, they are serious world-class names to add into the mix of what was a very exciting competition throughout. It just feels that it's coming at the right time when you add then the Australians to play, all the leading Australians to play, that second half of the season into a final series.
Yeah, of course. And I think that's with any tournament. I'm not just talking about Big Bash, but it's any tournament you want, obviously the main players and the big players playing all through the competition, and as players you want to play in those big games. You want to play in finals, you want to try and win trophies. So certainly that was a huge kind of deciding factor for me last year, signing a pre-signing with Thunder, and for me knowing that clarity around where I'm going to be and play the whole tournament. Like I said, not only the team benefit, but as a player, it's way better to be at one team and stay in one competition the whole time, especially for finals. So I think that's just a huge positive for the whole competition. That a lot of availability this year, you see it, that most of the overseas are going to be here, certainly for the latter stages and most of the group stages as well. So I think the Big Bash continues to go from strength to strength. Australia, obviously, one of the leading, if not the leading, kind of country, and the domestic tournament needs to have their Australian players playing in it as well. So that will only be a positive thing.
We know that your name's going to be read out as a Thunder player next Thursday night, but what about Lockie Ferguson? I mean, he's someone that adds that bit of point of difference, one of the fastest bowlers in the world, and has always been very good for the Thunder. Do you expect he would be back again next year? Is that something that you'd like to see?
I hope so. Obviously, we have retention rights on Lockie, and I know I might sound like a broken record, but you talk about senior players and overseas players to benefit the group off the field. I mean, the impact. It was the first time I played with Lockie. I played a lot against him, and I thought all Kiwis were nice, and especially on the field that. They're too polite, but he's got an edge to him. He's unbelievable, and he really, is a teammate you want on your side, and especially with the bowlers, talking to all of our other kind of domestic bowlers and making them better. He was fantastic, and his skill set alone is world class. So hopefully he'll be back in green. Certainly rather him on my side than facing him anyway.
Now, Sam, there's been lots of England players who have played in the BBL and lots of players who have nominated as well, but someone who hasn't been out here before is Sam Curran. Are you able to tell us a little bit about him and what he might be able to bring to the table?
He's hilarious. He's absolutely hilarious as a guy. Very relaxed, very different to his brother Tom. They're both hugely competitive, but very different characters. He's captaining Surrey now, and I think his development as a cricketer over the last few years, it kind of has changed. He's been in so many different roles, and now he's probably starting to find his main role at batting 4 and 5 and bowling, some tough overs, but bowling and fitting in wherever the team needs. So he's a very kind of diverse and very flexible cricketer. So Yeah, he's world class. I obviously have played with him at the Oval the last few years, and he's one of our main players, one of my go-to guys, 30 in the side. So I think the Big Bash can be hugely excited to have him in the draft, and I have no doubt that he'll be highly sought after. Any team that he plays in, he makes it a better team.
If you had the number one pick, you don't, unfortunately, but if you did have the number one pick that you could bring to the Thunder for the new season, who would you choose?
Lockie Ferguson.
There you go. Well, you can. Well, that's well. We're going to let him get away with that one.
Who did you pick number 2 then?
Who would I pick number 2?
Or who would you love to play with?
Yeah, I'm putting Sam Curran up there, as you mentioned him earlier, and I'm putting Sam Curran.
Okay, fair enough. Is we going to accept that one?
Accept that, yeah.
Sam did give a good answer as to why earlier.